Terrika Foster-Brasby, welcome to the WNBA on NBC. You know, if the news was not busy enough over the weekend, Unrivaled wanted to shake things up, Terrika, and have a shakeup. They had a 3-team, 4-team deal, a trade deal that went down. And I don't know because it involved a number of teams, but I'm feeling like Rose BC may have come out the loser in that deal because I'm not clear on what they're getting, but I know what they are losing, and that is Azurá Stevens. So basically, what happened is that first it was reported that Ari McDonald is ruled out for the season. They're being very vague with what her injury is. Lower extremity is all we're told. She's been out, but now today it came out that she was being ruled out for the rest of the season. And so as a result of that, a trade occurred or multiple trades occurred. So Courtney Williams is leaving Vinyl BC and she's going to Breeze. I like this. I like that. Okay. I don't know if I like the Sanaya going to Vinyl just because like she had a rapport with the coach. And I know that like, you know, she's now going to go to a team that like, you know, Vinyl is sort of in the mix of things. So that might be like a good thing just in terms of like, the environment, but you know, I did also I appreciated the relationship between her and her coach, and you know, it just seemed like Hive had a little thing going on. So I don't know how that's going to feel for her. But the one that just I can't get over is Azurá Stevens. She is leaving Rose BC, a championship team, and yes, they are struggling. But she goes to Hive, a team that's won 2 games, I believe, all season. So yeah, I mean, I don't know how you're feeling if you're Azurá. I'm sure if you're Hive, you welcome this, but this was just a shakeup and something that I was not expecting to hear this morning.
Girl, I don't think we have ever seen a trade in Unrivaled. Like this might be the first of its kind, right?
Well, we had some before the season started. Before the season, I believe, started.
Right, but like okay, but I don't
remember like Courtney,
but not like in season, like an in season mix up like this, right? Have we seen that?
I don't know. I think there were other players who were moved to teams, but I don't remember like with the injuries and everything. But I don't know. But definitely we haven't seen something like this. You're right.
This is I've not seen this. Right, yes. Like not like this. So
not like this, correct.
Not like this. And that's what like is so interesting because you know, when you think about how a league operates, like this is the kind of thing that further validates like how real this league is. Because in any league, like trades happen, right? And now I'm even more curious, like who initiated it? Like what happened? Like, I want to know the details. I want to know what you were thinking. And I want to know what is Rose going to get on the back end. I know Haley Jones is still going to be active for the team. But, like, what happens? Like, what do you do? Who do you get to? Is this going to be an opportunity for someone else to now get a spot in Rose basketball club now? Like, I want to know, how does this play on the mental of this team now? Because you were a team that was trying to get your rhythm back, and now you've lost the key piece to your championship team. I don't know, girl, but I am now locked in like I wasn't locked in before. Like I am now like, dang, I gotta see
super locked in.
I'm super locked in. And to your other point, which was a great point, you and I had a conversation about how Sanaya was building community with these women. And granted, like they're all together, so it's not like they don't like see each other or anything, but there was a sense of camaraderie that was being built within Hive. And yes, they were young and they were still learning, but it just felt like there was a sense of community with them. And now Sanaya is getting ready to go to a club like Vinyl, which they have their own sense of community too, I'm sure, but they're in a very different position, right? Their position is more immediate from a win perspective, or we can get it. Girl, you about to be on the team with Alyssa Thomas. And what you don't know is that being on a team with Olympian.
Well, not Vinyl, because she's not going to. She's going to Vinyl, not Laces.
She's going to Vinyl, not. Never mind. Take it back. I take it back. Never mind. You good, Sanaya? You good?
Mama Terrika.
You good. You got Mama D. You got Mama D. You good. Because I was gonna say, honey, the what you was about to experience was something very different than you were gonna experience with Hive. But you're right, Mama D finna hold you down. So y'all good. Never mind. I take it all back.
But you know what? Like we saw when we talked about this a couple weeks ago, because Kelsey Mitchell was talking about them establishing like your six and like who's your player, and Sanaya was her player. Like she really was building like a rapport and a relationship with Sanaya. So I wonder how Kelsey's going to feel about that, because the two of them had, started to develop a rapport. Her and T with the TikTok, they had their thing.
Well, I was just also going to add too, like, you're going to get Teresa Witherspoon, right? Which in itself is going to be like a really
amazing.
When you talk about relationships with your coach, I think everybody has talked about the relationship that Spoon like brings to the player who she coaches. So I think that's going to be really,
for sure.
You need that mother figure, but not really. Like, you can get that from Spoon, right?
Absolutely.
So I do love that.
And new relationships are good anyway. She did already have a relationship with Coach Rena, so it's like they already had that past relationship, but you can form a new one with Spoon, and that is an excellent point. But just one more note about Rose. Like, we know they were trying to figure things out, but they were also touted as one of the few teams that brought back most of its players, because a lot of the other teams like had shuffled a lot and they looked different. And so, trying to get your groove back while now navigating this, it's just, I would just love to know what the response was when these players all first heard this. Truly, and as the main one that I would love to know.
I do. So, but now there is a different expectation on Sanaya though, because we know how strong her TikTok game is, right? But now you want a team with Ryan and ma'am, TikTok I need to see Ryan got bomb TikToks too. And she's even got BG getting in some of them things. So if anybody can make the TikTok game next level, Sanaya can do that. So I'm looking forward to the expectation of Ryan Howard and Sanaya Rivers bringing me some incredible TikTok content.
Yes, absolutely. And we know Sanaya, she is a team player and a great personality, and she goes along with the flow, like shoot, she was chopping it up with Usain Bolt over the weekend at Unrivaled. She like went to go take a picture with him, and when she first rolled up on him, Terrika, she ran up on him, and then she was about to race him, and then she took the picture. So I'm like, she's just always ready to like clown and goof off. So I'm sure she is going to, fit in wherever she needs to be. But it was very fun for me, of course, seeing my Jamaican brethren at Unrivaled. Yes, absolutely. The GOAT athlete for track and field, obviously GOAT sprinter, Olympian, all those things. And, he made an appearance during the WNBA season at a Dallas Wings game when they played the Aces, and like the Aces players were so excited to meet him. The Wings players were excited to meet him. And so, but it was nice to see him pull up again. And he did like a in-game interview with Ice Young, and he was saying like how he's a big Paige Beckers fan, and how they're getting season tickets for the Dallas Wings. So I thought that was like really, really dope. And of course, he had to chop it up with his Jamaican sister, Aaliyah Edwards. So I thought this was so cool. For sure. And she said she was saying in this video that he helped her, or he was part of how she decided between like track and playing basketball. So I thought that was dope. But just really cool moment here between the two Jamaicans, and also they took some pictures together. So fun times between them. So yeah, I love that for Aaliyah. I really do. She's such a fun personality.
Oh, she is a ball of energy. Like, she is so fun. Doing interviews with her are hilarious. I got a chance to know her a little better over the last WNBA season because she was traded to Connecticut, which was no stranger for her, being a UConn alum. So that energy just travels everywhere she goes. And this is really one of those moments when we continue to talk about how, athletes support other athletes and they respect what other athletes do and what they bring. And so women's basketball is just continuing to cross over in so many different lanes. And this is just another example of that. Usain Bolt is literally one of the goats of athleticism in general. I mean, was literally the fastest man alive at some point. And this is really how a lot of people fell in love with track and field. Like, even when you were American, you were still at some point like, go Jamaica. Like, for real. You were like, I might low-key be cheering for Jamaica. Like, it's just, that's how incredible of a career he has. And so to see him taking this time to use his platform to show just the amazing things that the women are doing in Miami, and as you mentioned, have been supporting the WNBA. It's just really cool, and it just continues to make people believe that what we're saying is true. Like, athletes support other athletes, and when something is good, it's good. The product is good, and it's great to see him taking advantage of it.
For sure. And he had a really cute moment with Amaya, Terrika's daughter. So he raced her. So like, yeah, I just love that. I also love how he didn't let her win. I love that. Like, I love that athletes like keep it competitive and don't, but it was fun that he did that. Like, super cool. And, it's just so funny because you mentioned like how athletes respect each other, right? And yet you will see these people on Twitter, who are not world-class athletes talk about these women. Meanwhile, the GOAT is here respecting the hell out of them. And so do so many NBA players and other hoopers and just other world-class athletes. And so it's like, y'all are really laughable because like, here is Usain Bolt, and we talked about Steph Curry, and there's a number of players, right? And you clowns behind the internet with no face, just using your little Twitter fingers or whatever it is to talk ish about these incredible athletes, and so I always love when I see things like that. And, it's only up. Obviously, we know that for women's basketball, which is why you should go back and watch our segment about the CBA earlier, which is why they are out here fighting for what they believe that they deserve in the collective bargaining agreement. So shout out to Usain Bolt, shout out to the players for sure. And shout out to Unrivaled for shaking up our morning. They do have their one-on-one competition starting tonight. So I'm really excited for that. They changed the format. So there will be a point that a guard may have to play a post, but it starts in pods where it's position based, so they will be going up against their position. And so I do think that's probably better. It will give the guards a better opportunity, I think, to advance further. In there. But Terrika, we cannot forget about Athletes Unlimited, which recently just started as well, and that is another league that you all should be tuned into. Is that not correct, Terrika?
Oh my God, Nashville is on fire. Their week officially started last Wednesday. They are now heading into week 2. It is going to be so much fun. They also have some incredible lineups as it relates to players starring in their league. Tina Charles, Anissa Morrow, so many, Alicia Clark. Like, there's just so many. Last week during opening week, so many WNBA players and coaches made their way out to Nashville to check out their league. So you make sure that y'all are just following everybody, because off-season women's basketball is still fire.
Terrika, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank y'all for joining us for the WNBA on NBC. Make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel so you do not miss out.